and welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Keep in mind this segment stretches over the course of 3 videos, so don't miss out on the next video when we upload it next week. Also, if you haven't already, go check out our last video linked down below.
Today we are going to cover eating disorders, what they are, and the general facts you should know about them.
So to start, what are eating disorders? Eating disorders are serious conditions related to persistent eating behaviors that negatively impact your health, your emotions, and your ability to function in important areas of your life.
Most eating disorders involve focusing too much on your weight, body shape, and food, leading to dangerous eating behaviors. These behaviors can significantly impact your body's ability to get appropriate nutrition. Eating disorders can harm the heart, digestive system, bones, and teeth and mouth, and lead to other diseases.
Eating disorders often develop in the teen and young adult years, although they can develop at other ages. With treatment, you can return to healthier eating habits and sometimes reverse serious complications caused by the eating disorder.
Providing an overview of what eating disorders entail, it is important to note that the most common eating disorders are anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder.
Other eating disorders include rumination disorder and avoidant/restrictive food intake disorder. Due to this wide variety of disorders, symptoms vary depending on which one a person is suffering from.
Anorexia nervosa, often simply called anorexia, is characterized by abnormally low body weight, intense fear of gaining weight, and a distorted perception of weight or shape.
People with anorexia use extreme efforts to control their weight and shape, which often significantly interferes with their health and life activities. When you have anorexia, you excessively limit calories or use other methods to lose weight, such as excessive exercise, using laxative or diet aids, or vomiting after eating.
This is extremely severe because efforts to reduce your weight, even when underweight, can cause severe health problems, sometimes to the point of deadly self-starvation.
Bulimia nervosa, commonly called bulimia, is a potentially life-threatening eating disorder. When you have bulimia, you have episodes of binging and purging that involve feeling a lack of control over your eating. Many people with bulimia also restrict their eating during the day, which often leads to more binge eating and purging.
Because of guilt, shame, and an intense fear of weight gain from overeating, you may force vomiting or you may exercise too much or use other methods, such as laxatives, to get rid of the calories.
If you have bulimia, you're probably preoccupied with your weight and body shape, and may judge yourself severely and harshly for your self-perceived flaws. You may be at a normal weight or even a bit overweight. However, every body is different, and these types of measures are extremely serious.
When you have binge eating disorder, you regularly eat too much food and feel a lack of control over your eating. You may eat quickly or eat more food than intended, even when you're not hungry, and you may continue eating even long after you're uncomfortably full.
After a binge, you may feel guilty, disgusted, or ashamed by your behavior and the amount of food eaten. But you don't try to compensate for this behavior with excessive exercise or purging, as someone with bulimia or anorexia might.
Embarrassment can lead to eating alone to hide your binging. A new round of binging usually occurs at least once a week. You may be normal weight, overweight, or obese.
Rumination disorder is repeatedly and persistently regurgitating food after eating, but is not due to a medical condition or another eating disorder such as anorexia, bulimia, or binge eating disorder.
Food is brought back up into the mouth without nausea or gagging, or regurgitation may not be intentional. Sometimes regurgitated food is rechewed and reswallowed or spit out.
The disorder may result in malnutrition if the food is spat out or if the person eats significantly less to prevent the behavior. The occurrence of rumination disorder may be common in infancy or in people who have an intellectual disability.
Finally, there is an avoidant/restrictive food intake disorder. This disorder is characterized by failing to meet your minimum daily nutrition requirements because you don't have an interest in eating.
You also avoid food with certain sensory characteristics, such as color, texture, smell, or taste, or you're concerned about the consequences of eating, such as fear of choking. Food is not avoided because of fear of gaining weight.
The disorder can result in significant weight loss or failure to gain weight in childhood, as well as nutritional deficiencies that can cause health problems.
Covering important eating disorders in today's video, we are also going to quickly discuss the general causes of these disorders. Keep in mind, the exact cause of eating disorders is unknown. As with other mental illnesses, there may be many causes, such as
Genetics and biology. Certain people may have genes that increase their risk of developing eating disorders. Biological factors, such as changes in brain chemicals, may play a role in eating disorders.
There is also psychological and emotional health. People with eating disorders may have psychological and emotional problems that contribute to the disorder. They may have low self-esteem, perfectionism, impulsive behavior, and troubled relationships.
Overall, eating disorders are clearly not a mental illness that can be overlooked, especially in today's young generations.
this is because teenage girls and young women are more likely than teenage boys and young men to have anorexia or bulimia. But males can have eating disorders too. Although eating disorders can occur across a broad age range, they often develop in the teens and early 20s.
If you want to learn more about eating disorders and what it is on the more fundamental level, we will have more statistics and websites linked in a blog post on our website. We will also be posting another video next week going more in depth about this issue.
Please remember that we are not professionals, and if you are dealing with an eating disorder or any other mental illness, please seek an adult or physician to confide in.
You can also call the suicide hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Don't be afraid to speak up.